Hello friends, I am Dr. Deepak Garg. I am Director and Head Orthopedic Surgery at Ahan Healthcare, Rohini, New Delhi. And today we will discuss anterior approach to soft humerus. So the anterior approach to soft humerus can be divided into two parts. One is for the proximal humerus and another is for the middle and the distal soft humerus fractures. So we have already discussed in another video about the proximal part. So in this video we will discuss only about the middle and the distal part of the humerus. So mainly below the pectoralis major muscles. So we will first start with the position. So we will keep the patient in a supine position on a plain table. We will keep the arm in abducted position, mainly more than 60 degree of abduction, and we will usually not use the tourniquet because it will come in the way most of the times. So then we will mark the surgical landmarks. We will mark the coracoid process. We will identify the deltopectoral groove. We will identify the lateral border of the biceps and the elbow crease. Then we will mark our skin incision. So we will mark the skin incision from the coracoid process to deltopectoral interval. Then we will mark along the lateral border of the biceps and we will stop 5 centimeter above the elbow crease. So this is our skin incision. We will take the skin incision. We will cut the subacute in line with the skin incision. As long as we will cut the subacute, so now we will talk from pectoralis major distally. So as long as we will cut along the lateral border of the biceps, so we will have to identify the biceps muscle there and the interval between the brachialis and the biceps muscle, and the cephalic vein is coming from the deltopectoral groove along. It will come in our way in this interval itself. So we have to identify this interval between the biceps brachii muscle and the brachioradialis muscle. So now here we will talk why are we not going 5 centimeter below the elbow crease. So we are staying 5 centimeter above the elbow crease. Why are we not going distally? Because we can see here from the diagram that behind the brachialis muscle lies the lateral intermuscular septum, and from the lateral intermuscular septum the nerve and the vessels, the radial nerve and the profunda brachii muscles are crossing and coming anteriorly. So we can see in detail here. So from the lateral intermuscular septum, the radial nerve and the profunda brachii vessels are coming out in the anterior compartment. So if we take the incision below till the elbow crease 5 centimeter, we are not leaving this gap, then we may injure these vessels or the radial nerve. So to protect these radial nerve and vessels, we need to keep ourselves proximal. So if we want to go distally because of the fracture or because of some other reason, then we first need to identify these structures and then we need to open the gap between the brachialis and brachioradialis. We take the incision distally, we identify the radial nerve and then we open the interval between the biceps and the brachii. And to identify the radial nerve, the interval that we open will be the interval between the brachialis and the brachioradialis muscle. So let's go back to the approach. So we will retract the biceps and the cephalic vein on the medial side. So as we will retract it on the medial side, we will see that the brachialis muscle is covering the whole of the anterior side of the humerus, and there are two nerves that are lying on the muscle anteriorly. One is the musculocutaneous nerve and the another is the muscular branch of the musculocutaneous nerve that will supply the brachialis itself. And as the nerve will go distally, it will become the lateral cutaneous nerve of arm, and this is a terminal branch of musculocutaneous nerve. We need to identify and protect this nerve, and once we identify and protect, we will have brachialis muscle in front of us. So then we have two options: we can retract the muscle, or we can split the muscle along the fibers, and we will be able to expose the bone. So this was our approach, anterior approach to soft humerus. Thank you guys, thank you very much.